Hi, we are now sitting here with the portable penetrator software running, and we will go in and do a wireless scan. We just click on the green button and make sure you have connected the correct USB adapter. We have a detailed description on the different USB adapters, which ones have the best performance. Now it is scanning for available Wi-Fi networks, and it will keep refreshing every couple of seconds. So if you move to a different location, it will always update the amount of Wi-Fi networks. We can see here it has updated several networks, and we will select the network in this test here. We just scroll a little down right here, and we are looking for the D-Link network. We also have a detailed description about which routers are mostly vulnerable to VPS attack. Here we click on the MAC address, and you can see the different type of attacks, and we click on the OK button. So now we can see it is in the pending state, and just a matter of seconds it will now do the authentication to the target access point if it is possible to authenticate to it, and then it will start the brute forcing accordingly. Again, it depends on a couple of factors when you're using the VPS brute force attack, depending on the type of target router manufacturer and if it is vulnerable. Here we can also click on the speed test and see how many cracks per second this system is capable of. For example, if you're using VPA attacks, WPA2 brute forcing. And now we can see here it is starting to authenticate, and we have 0.23% already being done in this check here. Depending on the connection type, the target router system, it can take anywhere from, for example, 12 hours to a couple of days, depending on how long time you're running it. Now we can see it's 6.42% and increasing. It is not always you have to go to the 100% to get the code, since if it finds the key before that. Now we can fast forwarding here to 18%, and we are fast forwarding again, and we can see now it has gone to 91% and we got the code. So you can see the key right here in the interface. So for more information, please visit checkpoint.com. Thank you. my name is Victor Christensen and I'm the director of Checkpoint.com. Today I want to show you how to do a WPA2 crack on a Wi-Fi router. In this case here I'm using the portable penetrator PP3000. I'm now here in the wireless audit step 1 of 4 and I click on begin wireless audit. We can now see the Wi-Fi audit initialized and it will refresh every 15 seconds. I have connected a very strong 8 dBi antenna for the maximum scanning range. If I'm walking around inside a building or outside, it will keep refreshing the Wi-Fi networks in the air, and this is a very good feature if you're walking around to sweep for Wi-Fi networks. And now the output is being generated. And we can see all the information here, the network ID, the MAC address of the target Wi-Fi network. We see how many users are connected, the speed of the network, the type of encryption being used, the signal power, the channel it is running on, and the network name. Now I'm scrolling down here and clicking on stop scan and select network. And I can see my own router here in the list called WPA2 router. And always remember, you're only allowed to attack your own router or your customer's router if you're doing a penetration test and you have the written permission. We can see here one user is connected, and I simply click on the MAC address. And then I scroll down in the list here and we see the user that is connected, the MAC address, and I can choose a dictionary. Here I can choose individual language dictionaries, or I can choose one big one that includes all the languages with 19,500,000 words. And we also have a very large dictionary here that also includes all the languages, that is 151 million words. In this attack here I will choose the Danish dictionary, and the MAC address of the connected user is also chosen, and then I click on the OK button. And what will happen now is the portable penetrator will make a small denial of service attack to the connected user, and the connected user, this can be a MacBook, a Windows notebook, it can be an iPhone, it can be an Android phone, and this type of connected device, for example the MacBook, will think it is a connectivity issue, maybe a weak signal or some kind of other problem, and then it will try right away to automatically reconnect. When it reconnects, the portable penetrator will then sniff the handshake. When it has the handshake, it can do the brute forcing of the password. We see here the sniffer is running, and I click on it, and then I can see the exact status. To get the handshake, this can take anywhere from a few minutes to 30 minutes or to several hours. It depends on how quick the users will reconnect, or if other users are connecting on and off to the network, and of course how close you are to the network, how strong the signal is. And now we can see we got the WPA handshake, and I'm clicking on the password cracker running status. And we see the password cracker is running with full power, and so far the cracks per second is 209, and then it increases up to 236, and this is on the portable penetrator netbook edition. And this is the very affordable solution. If you have a larger model like the PP6000 or the PP7000, it can run up to 1400 or 1500 cracks per second, and if using the GPU, then between 6 and 8000 cracks per second. We can now see the crack has finished and the current key was Copenhagen. I click on back and back again. And now I'm here in the overview and you can see the password for this WPA2 network is Copenhagen. I can simply copy paste this when I connect to the router and I'll get access. Thank you very much for viewing this video presentation, and for more information please visit Checkpoint.com. Thank you. Hello, my name is Victor Christensen and I'm the director of Checkpoint.com. Today I want to show you how to crack a WPA2 network using the portable penetrator. So I'm here in the Start Wireless Audit step 1 of 4 and I click the Begin Wireless Audit. Now it is scanning for all Wi-Fi networks in the area and I'm using a very strong 8 dBi wireless antenna for maximum range. We can see here it will refresh every 15 seconds until I stop the scanning process, and this allows you to walk around inside a building or outside with a portable penetrator, and then it will update the networks wherever you go. Now the output is being generated, and we can see the list here. It has all the information. It has the MAC address of the target network, how many users are connected, the type of encryption used, the signal power, the channel information, and the network name SSID. Now I will scroll down in the list and click on Stop Scan and select Network. For legal reasons, of course, you're only allowed to attack your own wireless network or your customer's network if you have gotten the permission to do a pen test. In this test here, I have my own router called WPA router. It's running on channel 1 and it has one user connected. So I simply click on the MAC address, then I go down here and I choose the dictionary for the attack. I can choose the all languages, that is almost 20 million words, or I can choose the big word file that is close to 130 million words. In this case here, I will choose the Danish dictionary that is close to 600,000 words. And I click the OK button. And now what will happen is the sniffer starts running, and I will click on that. And then the portable penetrator will perform a small denial of service attack to the connected client. The connected client to the access point can be a Windows computer, a Mac computer, an iPhone, or an Android phone, or some kind of other device. When the portable penetrator performs the small denial of service attack, this will make the client device think there is a connectivity problem. And then to make the best service, it will automatically reconnect. The portable penetrator will then sniff this, and doing this, it will capture the WPA handshake. To capture the WPA handshake, this can take anywhere from a minute to a few minutes or to 10 minutes, depending on how fast the client will reconnect and how close you are to the target network. We can now see the WPA handshake has been captured and the password cracker has started. I'll now click on the running, and here we can see it is running with 259 keys per second it is testing for. This portable penetrator I'm using here is the PP3000 Netbook Edition. This is a very affordable solution. The larger models, for example the PP6000, comes with the latest dual core technology and can allow up to 1400 cracks per second. It can also use the graphics card GPU and do up to 8000 cracks per second. Now we can see the cracking process has finished. It took 6 minutes and 5 seconds in this case, and it tested 94,000 words. We can see here the average key speed was 270 cracks per second. And the password was, in this case, Copenhagen. I now click on back. And I click on back. And now we can see here on the list of wireless audits that it says Copenhagen here. We can also see I have done some VP tests, and to see the VP cracking process, please see the videos. Thank you for watching this presentation, and for more information, please visit secpoint.com. Thank you. Hi, my name is Victor Mehai Christiansen from secpoint.com. Today the question is, why should you buy a portable penetrator? First of all, the benefits of the portable penetrator is that it can help secure your Wi-Fi networks and do full vulnerability scanning of your IP addresses internally and externally. So we have created the ROI, return of investment calculator, and here you can type in your Wi-Fi networks and see what the cost will be if somebody hacks your Wi-Fi networks. You can also type in the amount of IP addresses, servers and workstations and see the amount of cost and damage if somebody hacks your servers or workstations. With this calculator, you can then calculate how many days you should have the portable penetrator before it pays for itself. And of course, if you have any questions to the portable penetrator, you're welcome to call us, mail us, contact us on Twitter, Facebook or LinkedIn, or you can contact your key account manager or simply contact me at victor@checkpoint.com or on Skype victor_checkpoint. So for more information, please visit checkpoint.com and click the portable penetrator. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Victor Christensen and I'm the director of checkpoint.com. Today I want to show you how to crack a WP Wi-Fi network using the portable penetrator. I'm here in the wireless audit wizard step 104 and I click on begin wireless audit. I have connected a very strong 8 dBi Wi-Fi antenna for the maximum scanning range. We can also see here the page will reload every 15 seconds, and that means if you go around in a building with a portable penetrator or you go around outside, it will keep refreshing the network status and the Wi-Fi networks in the area. Now the output is being generated and we can see here all the identified Wi-Fi networks. We can see here it shows the MAC address, how many users are connected, the type of encryption, the signal power, the channel it is running on, and the network name. So I just scroll down in the bottom here and click on stop scan and select network. Of course, for legal reasons, you can only attack your own network or your customer's network if you have gotten a written permission to do a penetration test. In this attack here, I will attack my own router that's called a VP router, and we can see it right here, and there are no users connected. So I simply click on the MAC address and then I scroll down here and I have two techniques to do the crack. The first technique is the fragmentation technique, and this is a very fast technique where it will sniff an XOR packet from the target VP router and then inject this packet to create a lot of traffic it can crack. The other technique is called the IVS brute force ARP injection. And this technique is very good if when many users are connected. For example, if 3 or 5 users are connected, you can choose this technique because then you will generate a lot of traffic very quick for the attack. So right now, because no users are connected and I need to get a lot of traffic, I will select the fragmentation technique. And now I click on launch audit and it will start the audit. I then go here to the sniffer running, and now we can see here it has actually authenticated already and it is waiting for the gold packet. Now we can see it has got the gold packet, and to get this gold packet, this can take anywhere from a few minutes to, for example, 10 or 15 minutes, and it depends how close you are to the target router and how strong the signal is. And now we can see the password cracker is running, and I can just click here. And now we can see how many IVSs it has captured. Typically you need around 20,000 IVSs to be captured for a successful crack. Sometimes it can also be 40,000 IVS or 60,000 IVS. And now we can see it is 12,264, so it is counting very quickly. And now we can see it has gotten 29,988, almost 30,000 IVSs, and it has cracked the key. This crack was actually very, very fast and it only took a few minutes. I will now click on back. And I click on the back here. And now we see here in the menu the key it has discovered. So I can simply copy paste this key when I'm connecting to the VP router and I'll get access. So for more information, please visit checkpoint.com. And thank you for watching this video. Hello, my name is Victor Christensen and I'm the director of checkpoint.com. Today I want to show you how to crack the VP encryption of a Wi-Fi router using the portable penetrator. I'm now here in the Start Wireless Audit step 104 and I click on Begin Wireless Audit. I have connected a very strong 8 dBi antenna to my portable penetrator to get the longest scanning range. We can see here it will update every 15 seconds. So if I'm walking around with a portable penetrator inside a building or walking around outside, it will keep update the networks in the air wherever I go. This is very useful if you are sweeping for Wi-Fi networks. And now the output is being generated. We can see here all the network information, such as the network ID, the MAC address, how many users are connected, the speed of the network, what type of encryption is being used, the signal power, the channel it is running on, and the network name. I will now scroll down and click on Stop Scan and select Network. And remember, you're only allowed to attack your own network or your customer's network if you're doing a penetration test and you have the written permission. So I now click on the MAC address of my own router, and I scroll down, and I have two techniques I can choose from. The first one is called the IVS brute force, and this is very useful when many users are connected. Then it will force one of the connected users to do a lot of traffic and then sniff this traffic to crack it. If no users are connected, like in this case here, the fragmentation technique is very useful. This technique will sniff an XOR packet and then inject this into the target router to force it to create a lot of traffic that it can sniff and crack. And now click on the launch audit. And now the audit has started and the sniffer is running. When you are cracking a VP encrypted network, this can take anywhere from 30 seconds to 10 minutes to 20 minutes or to 1 hour or to several hours. This depends on how much traffic is being generated, the signal strength it can sniff the traffic on, and how close you are to the target router. We can see here it has now authenticated, and I can click here, and then I can see it is waiting for the gold packet and the password cracker. It has now got the fragment packet that it needs to inject into the router in order to force it to create a lot of traffic. And the password cracker has started, and I can click on the running to see what the status is. So far it has captured 48 IVSs, and for a successful crack of the key you need somewhere between 20,000 IVSs and in some cases up to 40 or 50,000 IVSs or even 80,000 IVSs. Now it has 28,266 IVSs, and we are getting closer to getting the key. And now we have 43,781 IVSs, and it now finally got 59,592 IVSs, and we got the key. So I click on back and back, and here we can see the key in the interface, and I can simply copy paste it to connect to the target router. So thank you for watching this video presentation, and for more information please visit segpoint.com. Thank you. My name is Victor Mihai Christensen from Checkpoint.com. Today I'm here to introduce the new portable penetrator VMware version. Before, when you bought a portable penetrator, you had to buy it on a dedicated hardware from Checkpoint. Now you can simply buy the VMware software and you can download it right away. You can run it on any hardware like a Lenovo ThinkPad, an HP, a Fujitsu Siemens, a MacBook or a Sony Vaio, no matter depending on the hardware you have. For example, here I have a Dell unit and we can see here it's running from Windows 7 and I'm simply launching the VMware player and it starts up in a few minutes, and I can even connect the Wi-Fi antenna and it's detected in VMware right away. So the new VMware option is a much more smart way to get the software. You can download it right away and you can be running within a short amount of time. So for more information, please visit Checkpoint.com. Thank you.